we've made it. It's finally here, December the 21st, of course, otherwise known as the shortest day of the year, or winter solstice. Absolutely fantastic. From tomorrow, the nights start staying lighter for longer. So that means that people like myself, who have a lot of stuff to do outside, can actually have more time to do stuff outside. Absolutely brilliant. Of course, it's the lead into spring's on its way, summer's on its way. Absolutely fantastic. One of the best days of the year, because you know that you're going to get better nights and hopefully better weather, although we do have the rest of winter to get through yet. But at least the nights are going to get shorter and the days are going to get longer as we go on. But before any of that takes effect and before that kicks in, we've got some stuff to do today. So let's get straight into Vlogmas 21 and see where Hans Gruber is and see how far we can get in putting the old Aston Martin together today after we've opened door 21. And here's Hans. So right where we left him yesterday on day 20. So just nudge him down to day 21. There he is. He's only got a little bit to travel now, and then he's all done and dusted. And fairly shortly after that, this will all be done and dusted as well. Fingers crossed. Right, day 21. Here we go then. And for day 21, we want this door here. Now, it's a narrower door. That one had a tin of paint in it. That one at the top above it had a tin of paint in it. I'm thinking this one is going to have a tin of paint in it as well. And if I'm right, I think it was Candle that said day 21 will be a tin of paint or a pot of paint. So let's get straight into it and have a look. Get the old finger in the gap. Yep, it's the final pot of paint. And it's yellow. So at least now we know that from here on in, every single piece that comes out with this is going to be car parts. Wow, finally, all 5 tins of paint, a complete set. So just 3 doors left to go. We've still got the tyres to get. I'm not quite sure what the little bits and pieces are to turn up yet, but definitely we're still waiting for the tyres. We've got the wheels, or at least part of the wheels. Might as well get the rest of the wheels in there somewhere. But in the meantime, though, I want to see how much far more of this we can get built today, because with today being the 21st, that means we've got 3 days left to get this fully built and finished, if it's going to be finished on Christmas Eve. Some of these videos are going to get a little bit longer from here on in, so let's get on with it and see what I can add on today. Now, we got all this put together yesterday. I got the dashboard was put together, got all those stickers on there to make all the gauges, which was a right nightmare fiddly trying to get them all on. But that's where we came out yesterday. So we've got all the gauges in, we've got all the bits of dashboard, we've got the steering wheel. That's all done, ready to go. So we've got that done yesterday. We also put the backs on the seats, so the seats are done, ready to go in. And we got the gear stick in. Now we went for the 007 gear stick rather than the Aston DB5 gear stick, because it's the James Bond DB5 that we're building. So if we turn over the page, that was section number 11. So I get turned over. And today we're up here and we've got to put the dashboard together. So let me get all the bits and pieces and we'll make a start and we'll see if we can get all of this bit done. Now if you have a close look at this, in this one, number 12, we're putting the centre console in. Now we have a choice of two. We can have the DB5 centre console or the James Bond centre console. Obviously the James Bond centre console has lots of little extra gizmos and gadgets in there, so I'm going to go with that one. So we'll get that out, and then that goes down here in the middle of the centre console, or in the middle of the transmission tunnel rather, behind the gear stick. So that's F31, so sprue F, number 31, and here's the difference. So that's the original, and this is the 007 one. So I'm going to go with that one. So we'll take that out. There's a little nub in there to file off, so I'll just get that filed off, and then we'll get that fitted. Right, now it goes into those two holes there. As you can see, I haven't taken the internal parts off the sprue yet, but that should just link up with those two holes. Click into there like that. There we are, that's the centre console in. All these little gadgets in there, the smoke releaser and the oil releaser, the oil spray. That's that bit done. Right, so I've taken the interior off the sprue, and the next bit to go in is the pedals. And here's the pedals. I talk about fiddly, look at that. So it's got two little pins underneath, and they go into those two holes you can see there. This is going to be entertaining, isn't it? There's one side in. I wonder if I can use the tweezers to put that other side in, because I don't risk breaking those pedals. They're fragile enough as it is. Oops. Maybe that didn't work. Wow. This is going to be hilarious getting this in. Right, are we over those holes? I think that's it. Pedals are in. So now it's the seats, which I just happen to have here. And they obviously need to go in with this hinge bit on the outside. So that'll be the passenger seat. And of course that's not going to go in because of the centre console box. Lift that up a little bit. Get that under there. Take that centre console back out for a minute. Let's get this seat in. Right, that's the seat in. We'll get the centre console back in. There we are. And then the driver's seat. It's a good solid click. Right, there we are. So we've got the pedals, gear stick, centre console, the two seats. Oh, those pedals though, wow, they were a right pain. Right, let's get that out of the way. Now we're moving on to the door card. Now this will be the driver's side door card. And again, there's a choice. There's this bit here, which is the 007 version of the door handle, I believe. And there's a standard door handle. Obviously I'm going to go for the 007 version of the door handle, which I have painted. Just pick that up and get it on my finger so you can see it. There we are. So that has been painted. So that's got to fit in there. In where it should be. There we are. If you can see that, there you can. And then the two holes next to that is where the door handle goes. So make sure we put that around the right way. And that's pretty much what it looks like. So we'll get that in there. This is definitely going to be a case for the tweezers, I think. Right, so just get that into place there. It's going to be one of those awkward parts to put in by the looks of it. Oh, I think that's it. I think that's done. Yeah, looks to be. Yeah, there's a little bit of pressure on that one. Right, and that's the first door card, the driver's door card, done. That's what it looks like. So put that to one side. The other one's dead easy. It's just the door card and the standard handle for pulling the door shut. Okay, now this is the handle for the other side. Get this door card finished. Not quite in. Oh, I think we're in there. Yep, definitely in there. A little bit more of a push down to hold it. Right, so that's the other door card done. And then I've just noticed up here there's a sticker that goes in the middle of this. I must have missed that out. So that's number 27, which is this black one. So we'll take that off of there. And we'll quickly stick that in there. It's not exactly straight, but it's in. Right, now the hard part is this, putting all of these bits together to make the interior of the car. It all sort of just clips in. Let's see if we can work that out without making a mess and getting everything to go wrong. So we'll start with this side. Now there's little holes, little clips here, and these bits here slide into there. Well, they're supposed to. Aha. Right, so that's in. And then that bit wants to go into there. So that's all in. My gear stick's falling out. Let's just get this gear stick back into place. Right, so that's the gear stick back in and that cord on. Now the interesting bit is going to be, got to put this dashboard in as well. That does bend a bit, so it should be okay. Got a bit of flex in it. So we can get this other one in. That goes into there. And then that slides into there. And now just the dashboard to go in. Clips into there. So I'm trying to get the dashboard into that gap there. On both sides. Without causing any damage. I've got it in that side. One side's in. I just need that to go back a little bit. And then that'll be in. Right, and there you have it. So that's the interior done. We've got the back, well, the back seats are already in. Front seats are in. Center console, gear stick, dashboard complete with steering wheel and all the handles and everything on the door cards. Oh, that was fiddly. Hopefully that gear stick's going to stay in place now. But that's all in. That's all done. Yeah, that gear stick's still a bit wobbly, but at least it's in. That's the main thing. Right, there we are. Finished the interior. Now the next step is fitting the rear view mirror inside the car, putting the interior inside the car, and putting the engine compartment inside the car. But I'm not going to do that today, purely because I think this video is already long enough. Wow, it's been a hard one today. Those little fiddly bits and trying to get them in. Now I know why I supply you with tweezers. But anyway, there's 47 sections in total in order to put this car together. We've left it today at section 18, which means there's about, what, 20, 28, 29 sections left to go. We'll get through those quite quickly. We've got 3 days to get through them, and we will get through them quite quickly. It's roughly 10 sections a day or thereabouts, so and some will be a lot easier than others. So anyway, if you enjoyed this one, hype it. Don't forget to press the like button on the way out. And thank you so much for watching. I've lost yet another subscriber, but who cares? We're nearly at the end of the build, and then we can get back into real cars once the weather starts getting a bit better. Fingers crossed that'll happen. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye for now.
Day 21, we're near the end. Vlogmas rolling like a curve that bends.